So I actually heard a podcast asking students what their expectations were and stuff like that in the law school application process. So I thought that I'd give my input and what my expectations were and what this whole process has felt like and what I expect going into law school this upcoming fall. So let's get into it. Hey fam, it's me, Shar, and welcome to Law and Living Color, where I aim to help you navigate the law school process and legal field as a person of color. So there are a few things that I learned in the application process. One was the wait time. So fortunately for me, I didn't wait as long as a lot of people did to hear back from their prospective law schools, but gosh, I just heard back from my last one and it was this week. And mind you, it's March and some people still haven't heard back. A lot of it is because this cycle is very competitive. Applications were up 20%. LSAT test takers went up 20%. More people started scoring higher on the LSAT. So it's been a tough cycle, to say the least. And I will say during that wait time, it was mentally crippling. Every 2 seconds, I am looking at my applicant status like, oh my God, did I get in? Did I get in? In reality, every time I got my admission result, it was literally when I wasn't checking. The second thing that I learned in this process was that the LSAT makes smart people feel very dumb. And I'm not saying that I'm this genius, because I'm not. But in reality, I started off very low in the GPA front my freshman year and worked up, making straight A's to boost it up. So I knew I wasn't an idiot at the same time. I was crying over this test, reconsidering law school over this test, because it was just, I've never experienced a test that really pushed your, not mental capabilities, because I don't think if you score low on the test, you're somehow incapable of being an attorney. No. I know plenty of smart people that didn't score so high on this test and are great attorneys now. It's really just, how much can I push you beyond what you typically ever would do? Third thing I learned, this process is for the privileged, okay? From consultation services, from simple application fees, to just setting up the test, taking the test, everything costs money. And unfortunately for me, I didn't have that. So I had to take money out of the money that I was getting from work that would go towards necessities like rent and things of that nature and put it in this test. And to see so many people, it's the margin of just non-factorable people because they don't have this privilege is insane, and it's like one of the leading reasons why there's not enough people of color in the field. Come on, man. $200 for one test? That's one test. God forbid you have to retake it, and then you sign up for another one just in case you have to be taken, and guess what? You don't get that money back. Application fees, $45 for the setup, and then an extra $80, $90 depending on the school to even send the application. To have services like consultation services that'll look over your personal statement, that'll look over your diversity, your addendum, that'll tell you what to say. Those services can cost up to thousands of dollars. Prepping for the test, thousands of dollars. I know because I spent it. Come on. It is ridiculous. All depending on a number that you get. Fourth thing, I will always kinda advocate for Reddit. Just be careful on the subreddits that you choose, because you will see that the people that have good news post the most. That is the same for law school numbers, LSN for short. It's a service that shows the applicants and their numbers and if they got admitted. It's user-based. Leads to my fifth thing, which is that this process reduces you to a grain of salt. You are writing about yourself, trying to pick moments in your life that maybe someone can sympathize with, pity you for, or do whatever, make you look as great as you can. I heard one person say that the personal statement was the best thing ever because it allowed them to really, the application process was the best thing ever because it allowed them to recreate themselves. Good for you, bro, but it's not really great for me to look back in all the times that shaped me. A sixth thing was being waitlisted. I'm not gonna sit up here and say that I just expected to get admitted everywhere. Honestly, I was surprised I didn't get one outright rejection. I got 3 wait lists and 6 admits. Like, wow, that's a pretty good cycle. And it was, and I'm blessed for it. But getting on that wait list, especially, it's just, you can't even call it, because I got on wait lists places that were ranked lower than places I got admitted to. Like, it was like, how does that work? And that's why I fully tell you, shoot your shot. Like, you don't know, you never know. The 7th and final thing, but literally, I guess the most important, and why I make this YouTube, is how ignorant about the process that I was. I'm a first generation undergraduate student. I don't have any attorneys in my family. I was fortunate enough to work in law firms in undergrad and get a gauge and a sense of what it's like to be an attorney, and what work ethic is required of it, and what the people are like. And thank you to my mentors, to my professors. Thank you for giving me the hand that I needed, because I was completely ignorant of this process. I mean, I still am. I'm still taking it day by day, but wholeheartedly, this was hard for me, and I don't want it to be hard for others, especially people with similar backgrounds. So then let's talk about my expectations really quick. I'm excited. I'm super excited about law school. I honestly missed school. I know that sounds so lame. Oh, you're one of those nerds that like school. Actually, yeah, I was. I'm excited to meet people. I'm excited to network. I'm excited to be part of things, to get experience, to learn. So that's all, guys. Hopefully I gave you a little bit more insight into what I expected and how those outcomes happened. My cycle was a really great cycle compared to others, and especially with my numbers. My numbers weren't bad, but they weren't tremendous either. And the fact that I was able to get in my dream school, I mean, still on cloud 9. And hopefully you guys retain some info. And as always, I gotta end it off with a quote. In the words of Miss Tiffany Jackson, resilience is hell of a quality to master, and not many have the skin for it. Peace, guys.